this might be the two biggest footed people.
No. I think, what's that shoe do you wear?
20.
Oh,
Doesn't Karl Anthony Towns wear a 22?
Or I think he wear 19. I don't know.
Does he? Them motherfuckers look big as hell.
I know, because like big foot, like smaller body, but it's not mine to say that.
One of the things I love about betting my favorite sports is that I'm always finding new player props or game props that I like. And what's cool about FanDuel Sportsbook is you can combine these props with other bets from the same game to score an even bigger payout. It's called a same game parlay bet, and you can only find them on FanDuel. Same game parlay is just one of the reasons I bet with FanDuel. It's easy to register, easy to deposit, easy to find your bet, easy to place your bet fast during a game if you see a trend you like. And the best part, when you win, FanDuel pays your winnings in as little as 24 hours. Just download the FanDuel Sportsbook app today to create a same-game parlay and use promo code ROADTRIPPIN at sign-up. New users get their first bet risk-free up to $1,000. FanDuel will refund you up to $1,000 back in site credit if you don't win. That is promo code ROADTRIPPIN so they know I sent you. Disclaimer, 21 years and older and present in Colorado, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, or West Virginia. First online real money wager only. Site credit is non-withdrawable and expires in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See sportsbook.fanduel.com for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700 in Colorado, 1-800-BETS-OFF for Iowa, 1-800-9-WITH-IT, Indiana, 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help in Michigan, 1-800-GAMBLER, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Virginia, Tennessee Redline, 1-800-889-9789 in Tennessee, or visit www.1800gambler.net for West Virginia.
All right, cheers. Welcome into Road Trippin' presented by FanDuel. I'm Allie Clifton, Channing Frye, Richard Jefferson. And our guest today, I am so excited about. I sent so many texts to these guys last night in preparation. And if you watch the NBA, obviously, you know all about this individual. For the Dallas Mavericks, Boban Marjanović. Did I say that right?
Like, that's amazing. I was like, wow.
Boban, welcome.
Thank you very much. Thank you for having me, and thank you for a nice introduction.
Oh, very, very nice. Okay. I only have one question, and I know you've answered I only have one question, and this is going to be the fastest podcast ever.
Okay.
How long did you train to be in John Wick?
Oh, you took my question, you
Fuck
asshole.
you. Fuck you.
God damn it.
How long I train? We train 7 days, like, but only 45 minutes. Like,
wow.
Like, yeah, you come in the morning, like, everybody there, like, practice on like some flips, running around, like, kicks, and I have like my area, like my hoop, basically, like in a practice center, like in that part, where I need to do like, my moves with the trainers there. First time without Keanu, and after that, like. Last 3 times with Keanu, and we practice together, and we have shooting around tomorrow. Shooting around together.
Oh, you and Keanu Reeves, the legend.
Yeah,
the legend.
we was practice there 7 days. He was in New York, and after that, like, we shooting from from 5 p.m. to 8 a.m. And because we need to finish in New York library, we need to finish before I don't know
Before they open.
Yeah, before they open, I guess.
How'd you get the call? How did
you get that call? It's like, oh, give me the biggest human we can find. Boban is right here sitting next to me.
No, they say that give me the nicest guy over here. No,
yeah, that's more like that.
We want him to die in John Wick. He won't stop Keanu with knife. I was that time in LA, and I driving on a practice, and I get message from the agency, and I was like, hey, you want to be in John Wick? And I read like a couple times, like John Wick. Like I know I watched that movie, and I was like, yes, of course I want to be in that. And it was like 6 months later, that happened. It's really cool. It's amazing. And I didn't know I'll do that great job. When I see the scene, I was like, no way is that.
You did a really good job. I was like, what on earth? This is amazing.
I would hire you as a villain.
I surprised myself. Ooh, good villain. Like when I get mad, this is my other face.
Oh. Are you more recognizable to people for being in that or for being a basketball player?
That time when movie came out, I was in Philadelphia, and we was going to New York, and I walked in there. I was like, "Hey, this is that actor from the John Wick." you hear not just one person, like you hear so many persons, and I was like, "Okay, I'm an actor right now. I love it. Not bad."
Yeah.
And depends what they think.
No, I was saying, so the rumors are you were absolutely a savage back home, right? Winning championships and doing this. What made you come over to America when you did, and especially to be on the Spurs? I remember having to play you off the bench, and I was like, God damn, what am I gonna? I can't do shit with this dude. Like,
well, in all defense, Channing, you weren't doing much against most big men.
No, that was my forte. That was my forte. Right? I was like a big animal hunter, right? And then Boban, he was the only dude to block my jumper. I say, you know what? Okay, enough of this mess.
Richard, Boban's like me early when you were mean to Channing all the time. Boban's like, no, Rich, don't be mean. Channing can hang.
No, nobody mean, but like nobody can block your shot. I know when you pop every time, I was like, okay. That time it was not weird. It was not like, oh, you take the big guy, take small guy. Like that time I could figure out and you come back on your. But like in Europe, I have my my 5 minutes of my celebrity. Like when I really play good and I really enjoy it, and I was like, he was like, the right moment. I feel myself. I play good. We take couple championships,
just a couple.
Yeah, but it's like because you only have here one. There, like you play for 3, and or sometimes for 4, and you compete against other teams, and this is it. But it's my dream to come in NBA. You watch every time, when you kid, oh, you want to play, you want to be there, you want to play there, you want to see all the players, I want to meet you guys. I want to be from the camera, and this is like part what I really love and enjoy, like what we do right now on the basketball field, and of course from the cameras in the movie, everything is so fun, and I really enjoy United States, and this is like my dream to come in the NBA and compete against you guys.
No one has more fun than Boban. Like I thought me and Channing had a lot of fun, right? But no one has more fun than you. And has it been surprising to you how popular and how quickly, whether it's your relationship with Tobias, you have all of these random things that just go viral on the internet. Like Anthony Davis is 7 feet tall with a 7'5" wingspan, and you're just holding the ball above him to the point where he's laughing. Laughing.
I was dying laughing. Because as a man, that doesn't feel good.
That does not feel good.
You can touch everything, right? I can reach all that. When somebody does this, I'll be like, oh, man, kids are watching, dog.
You treat him like a little kid, and that man is 7 inches taller than me.
I was so
funny. But you know what is fun, baby? Everything when they get viral everywhere, it's basically nobody planned. Like, oh, we film this, and it'll be so much fun, and people will love it. It's more like it just happened, and it's nobody figured out to be on from the camera, and everything what just happened, it's all over the internet. Basically you have that platform you can see all over the world. You can see whatever that's happened. And that time was so cool. I just want to hold the ball up, and he made that move. And I was like, okay. And even he liked it, even he loved it. This is and this is fun when we respect each other. And I didn't want to be you cannot reach the ball. It's more like I just keep the ball high in case.
There's no one. Look at Channing. Channing is so tickled right now.
Funny, man. It's so funny, but is it I think you might be the most liked human being in the NBA, right? Was that always when you came over to the NBA, were you all right, I'm just going to have fun. I want to play. Obviously I want to win, but is this attitude always you? Were you always like this? Or was there a moment where you were I'm just going to have fun? Was it after you won 3 European championships?
Were you an MVP for 3 straight seasons too?
I don't know. Like sometimes I need to be mean. No, I mean sometimes, but sometimes I'm a funny person. The main thing, like just to stay positive. With everything what you do, stay positive. How when I come in San Antonio, and this my first year, I was like, man, where I am right now. I sitting in locker room and watch all these players, and I was like, yeah, I'm really in NBA. Are they firing me tomorrow? I will stay. It's just a training camp, or like whatever it's happening. Like I try to give my best, and we play one game against Minnesota. It was like maybe like 2 months after the season. I didn't play a lot. Maybe like on the end of the game, like 2-3 minutes. And I know like maybe I cannot remember how I get to play, but we play against Minnesota and we're losing maybe 50 points, and they break me in the game in second quarter, and we come back. I score like for 30 minutes, 17 points. We come back in the game. Everybody cheering my name. Everybody was like about me, and I was like super excited. Watching like that, I was like, oh. I was like, this really happened. I really like wake up. So sometimes I like a couple times, like 3 times, just to see is it real. From that moment, people like start to like get the pay attention to me because of my hands, like my playing time, my whatever like they call like my positive energy. Like I cannot say I have the beautiful smile in the world, but like when you make me smile, I feel like like I basically feel sweat how I feel positive I am, and I feel amazing. Like just to share that joy to all over the world, and this is all about. This is how I start to play basketball, and
dude, good for
nicest
you.
Nicest fucking person on earth.
Boban, I have a couple questions for you, because I think Richard and Channing, especially when we created Road Trippin', it was such a glimpse into their relationship and the brotherhood that the two of them share. And then all of a sudden, here come Bobby and Toby. And you with Tobias, I kind of for a second was like, uh-oh, they're going to take over.
They've taken over. Boban is way cooler than Channing. Boban is so much cooler. Like when you retire, right? Let us know, Channing. We'll just have him hang out in his coat.
No, you guys are the best. Nobody can beat you guys.
What happened when you guys were separated? How sad were you?
He cried.
I really cried. Don't tell him. I really cried. No, why?
Yeah. Channing did the same thing. Channing did the same thing when I traded. He was so happy when I got traded. I threw
a party. I sent a $1,000 bottle of champagne to our GM. Like, great move.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Get rid of the funk.
That's not funny, Channing. There's nothing funny about that. But back to you, Boban. What has been like so many times European players, especially European players that come over a little bit later and a little bit more established in their career, and you were obviously a high level player over there. Will you tell like our listeners how different playing and practicing in European basketball is from you? Where would you, if NBA practice is a number, what would be European practice schedules look like? Like, give us a number, like 2 to 10, 5 to 7. What would be the rank?
Like here, like if you want to practice, you can practice. If you don't want to practice, you don't want to practice. Like it's very sometimes you have like just day offs, and basically like whatever you feel to do it. Like let's go NBA practice in training camp. I'll give like of course this is like the toughest time, and I give you like maybe 7, but like during the season for sure like 2, 3 max.
2 maybe.
Yeah. But like it was true. You guys already know, like you keep guys fresh, like stay ready for next game. And in Europe we have morning practice, like with like from 10 to 12. It's basically like weights and shooting, and you have the night practice. We have fully taped with a contact. Go like we do every time the same. We go through our offense. We play fast breaks, like up and down, like 3-on-0, 2-on-1, 3, like whatever. Like they come out with some or line, when they throw the ball, everybody run like transition drill, or and after that we play 5-on-5 end of the practice. It's more like 2 hours practice. But you don't have too much day. You don't have too much rest. Like it's like you basically play basketball. Even on your road, like you practice home, and you fly with private plane on a game. There you practice in the morning, because like depends where you fly. You need to wake up in a first flight to go somewhere. It's like 6:20 in the morning, and basically you wake up in 4, meet an airport, fly to the city wherever you're supposed to fly, or maybe you change. Maybe it's not directly connection, and after that, when you finish, you practice again there 2 hours, like same like 5-on-5. And this is like, I think this is like the hardest part, and good, because it don't happen that anymore. But like now we need to take care of the body, and it's good. I think I extend my career because of that.
Boban, is there anything, what in life, because I've learned reading about you, and obviously just the way in which you carry yourself, that you are very comfortable with your height. You're very comfortable with your size. Is there any time that your height has been used against you? Or is there one thing where you're like, man, if I wasn't so tall, I could do this, or if I wasn't?
Sometimes, like when I like the cars, and I cannot fit, like, it's like barely like, 10% of the cars to like, I'm going to custom made to you can fit in the car, basically. And even that car, when you fit, it was like, okay, I'm a little bit like, don't have too much space, but it's more space than other car, whatever you try. And this is like, or we talk about shoes for the clothes, that type of thing. But like during the life, you learn to live like with your height. When I say like live, when you kid, you try to hide, like don't see me, like I'm just tall guy, and I don't pay attention to me. And because I coming from the small city, I didn't figure out that we're basically tall, because like we know each other from all our lives. And I just figured out after, like like, oh, you're tall. I didn't start to play basketball because I'm tall, but after that, I figured out I'm tall. Maybe sounds stupid, but this is true. And I start to enjoy my height, and I now like this is my goal. This is like, I don't need to have nothing shiny or like Gucci t-shirt to people see me. Oh, this guy is basketball player. Oh, this guy. Hey,
you're not rocking. You're not rocking a big
regular plain t-shirt like nobody. Hey, this guy is basketball player.
So true.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yo, Boban, this is a question I want to ask you, since you are MVP and a champion. Who do you think is the European player who came over to America, and played in the NBA? Who's the European player GOAT? Who is the greatest European player that came over to America, greatest of all time?
Yeah, you gotta get him in
trouble. There we go. So just some names are like Pau Gasol, Dirk, Drazen Petrovic. We got
Jokic.
Yeah.
Jokic.
We got
Luka's in the conversation.
Your own teammate.
Yeah, basically, you got everybody. Like of course, I'm including Marjanović too in that group. Yeah. We have a lot of. I like Peja Stojaković. This is like every time I shoot, I say Peja. Yeah. This is like and this is it. Basically, you guys name it. Everybody who is like they're coming from Europe and really like they're really good.
One of the things I love about betting my favorite sports is that I'm always finding new player props or game props that I like. And what's cool about FanDuel Sportsbook is you can combine these props with other bets from the same game to score an even bigger payout. It's called a same game parlay bet, and you can only find them on FanDuel. Same game parlay is just one of the reasons I bet with FanDuel. It's easy to register, easy to deposit, easy to find your bet, easy to place your bet fast during a game if you see a trend you like. And the best part, when you win, FanDuel pays your winnings in as little as 24 hours. Just download the FanDuel Sportsbook app today to create a same-game parlay and use promo code ROADTRIPPIN at sign-up. New users get their first bet risk-free up to $1,000. FanDuel will refund you up to $1,000 back in site credit if you don't win. That is promo code ROADTRIPPIN so they know I sent you. Disclaimer, 21 years and older and present in Colorado, Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, Michigan, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Tennessee, Virginia, or West Virginia. First online real money wager only. Site credit is non-withdrawable and expires in 14 days. Restrictions apply. See sportsbook.fanduel.com for details. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-522-4700 in Colorado, 1-800-BETS-OFF for Iowa, 1-800-9-WITH-IT, Indiana, 1-800-270-7117 for confidential help in Michigan, 1-800-GAMBLER, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Illinois, Virginia, Tennessee Redline, 1-800-889-9789 in Tennessee, or visit www.1800gambler.net for West Virginia.
Who was your favorite player when you started to love basketball and you started to watch basketball? It could even be a European player, but it was just like a guy that you're like, I like what he does. I like how he plays. Like, he's just so much fun to watch. Like, who was that player for you? Because I feel like that's an important part that people don't always talk about as basketball players. It's like you had a favorite team growing up, but who was that first person that was like your favorite player? Like, for me, that first person was probably David Robinson. Like, David Robinson was like the first one for me. Like, I loved Michael Jordan. Magic Johnson was magic. I'm an LA fan. But like, David Robinson was the first player, like, he got drafted and I had his rookie card. And then I followed him from like his rookie year to the end of his career. Like, who was that guy for you?
I have him on my wall too, like, you know, like, and it's like, it's basically I get for my birthday, you know, just to get the poster on the wall, like how basically like he thank you, you know, it was so cool. You talk about him, but you know, like I start first with the Serbian players, like, you know, like when I watch, you know, who is Dejan Bodiroga? No, you guys doesn't know. Never mind. He's like
Tell us about it.
Yeah.
No, he's the guy who never played in NBA, but you know, he's so good, and he lead, like, of course, like a national team and more guys, but he's like one of our like best players in Europe, and he's really good. Watching him growing up, and after that I figured out, like, of course, Vlade Divac and Peja Stojakovic, they like in the NBA, like, you want to be like them. And you know, like, but my go-to guys when I really like to take from each everything what they have, like Yao Ming, Arvydas Sabonis, Tim Duncan, Dirk Nowitzki, and Hakeem Olajuwon. Like
Tim Duncan's a bum. He's a bum.
I don't agree with you.
You don't agree with you. He doesn't agree with you. What is your relationship like with Jokic? I think we saw that viral video. You guys are buddies, right?
Yes, we played together that time when I started to play like in Europe. That time he was like he played 4, I played 5. We played in the same team. Yeah, we played the same team.
That's a big ass team.
Good.
Yeah, he was 18. I was like 23, I think. Yeah, 24. And that time we played together and we shared the court together.
Could you see any of this? Could you, not MVP, but could you see like glimpses of like, yo, holy shit, he's different?
Yes, because I know how he play. We sometimes we play 1-on-1, like, you know, like basically everything what he have right now, like he have that before, but now like he just like development like on high level. And I know back of the day, because they changed the team, same Serbian team, but he stayed in that team to development himself, and we like fighting for MVP title together.
Are his brothers really that scary?
No, they're really nice. They're really cool, and they're really good. Yeah.
But they are brothers.
Yes, they are, because the hype is so funny that anywhere they go, they're like, so better not say nothing about Jokic. They're about to whoop that ass.
Yeah, they're really cool, you know, like they're protective, but they're really nice person, and if you guys met them personally, you'll love them.
Yeah, no, I had the fortune to meet. They are super nice guys. They are super nice guys, but there is a level of intensity about them, which I think, look, you know, we've all had family members, whether it's moms or dads or, you know, brothers or whoever, get into it. His just happened to be huge. Just like,
true. You know, it's true. And they need to be aggressive. But you know, like this is like how you say in Europe, like this is like how they cheating. You know, like this is like, you know, like you know, you play the basketball game and you see the phone fly like next to you. Basically, you hiding or whatever. Like, or they would throw like a lot of things like on a court or end of the game. If the team lost the game, you will see the chairs flying like over the people. And this is like you guys need to watch one game, like really one big game to watch when all fans around, like, and you will see how it's that special, like you basically go there, take your negative energy out, and after that you enjoy your life.
Wow.
Boban, you seem like you're turned into an A-list European celebrity. Where do you like to go when you go to Europe on vacation? That's what I want to know. Where does Boban go after the season? Where do you go and relax and get on your yacht?
Yeah, Boba, I don't know, man. We don't know where he comes up with it.
I go in my village.
In my village?
Your village?
Yeah, I go my hometown and my village. This is the part when I charge my battery. Of course, I need to do like a seaside vacation. Like we go on sea. And I love Greece. I love, of course, we go in Montenegro because Greece is super close to us. But before I leave to Serbia or Europe, we try to get some vacation here, like to Caribbean Sea somewhere, like just to change the island or change the part where you're going and that type of stuff before I'm back in Europe.
So wait, as Americans, when you say village, do you mean small town or do you mean actual village?
I mean, a village is a small
difference.
Town.
It's not the same.
Look, I mean small town, but next to small town, it's my village.
Okay,
now it's in a village.
No,
village. We went to Scotland. We saw a village.
What's a village?
A village is smaller than a town.
You doesn't know what a village is, like small, like basically they have 100 houses, like not more than that. And people know like no buildings, people work on a farm, like people work on their properties, like try to make food for themselves. And of course, like they have like a small school or the village is next to town. When basically like the people who live in village, they work in town and they come back after that in their place when they.
That's like where I'm from.
Yeah.
It's different.
Where you live is just a village. Van Wert is a village.
Pretty much my hometown. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Van Wert is fair. I'm not saying nothing because y'all be roasting me for roasting.
No, what? No, I'm asking a question.
No, I like that.
Van Wert is definitely a village.
Ren is a village. Where my mother is from, Ren is a village. Like he's describing the outskirt of a town. Yeah.
Yeah, but this is like basically only one store in village.
Yours?
No, I say my village. We have one store, but like where I live right now, it's like a city like next to. It's like a really small city, but it's like city.
Yeah, you're really small because yours is like 3,000 people.
Yes, that city 3,000 people, and village maybe here like right now. 50 people. Before it was a lot bigger, but like nobody want to stay in a village.
So where would you? Okay, let's talk about like when you're done, when you're retired. Do you go back to your village or do you go back to the town?
Both, because they're 7 minutes driving.
Oh,
they're next to each other.
Yeah,
you could probably do a horse and carriage ride.
Or I can do walk too.
Wait, those horse and carriage things that Jokic does, have you been on one of those?
No, I didn't. I never bet in my life.
Ugh.
No betting, no fixing, no tipping.
No, oh God, here we go. Don't. That is a lie. I've literally seen you make bets. Trust
me.
Oh my God.
If you could teach us any word, what would you?
I'll let you know.
What?
No, I say I'll let you know after.
Oh, okay.
No,
okay.
If you could teach us any word in your language, what would you teach us?
Well, I can say thank you. It's mean hvala.
Halala?
Hvala.
I knew Jay.
Why do you make that face when you say it, Tanny? Why do you make? He didn't go. He didn't make that face.
Trying to.
No, but he tried to be because he tried to do the sound, but no word.
Yeah, there we go.
But no word.
But no.
Hvala mean thank you, and dobar dan mean good morning. Good morning mean dobro jutro.
Oh yeah, no, Van Wert's not gonna pull that one out.
Hey, but how you guys know I don't talk bad words right now?
Do you all say that? Okay, let me say this. Have you ever gotten a technical for speaking in your language?
In Europe, yes.
No, not in Europe. Here, because that's why I think it's an unfair advantage for European players. Is that when the referee says something, they can just start speaking their language and saying everything that they can imagine, and the referee doesn't have any clue. How many times have you done that? Have you done anything to be funny?
No, but if you say angry, you say, if you're yelling on them, for sure they know you talk something bad about them.
Oh, yeah.
But you must, the couple guys, you use the smile.
Yeah, you're like, haha, your mom has a big head, right? Your dad is an idiot, right? And they just have no idea. Have you ever said it? Tell me something that you've said that they just...
I didn't say what they're saying right now.
Have you ever said something and you just kind of laugh to yourself? It's like, he had no idea what I just said.
Yeah, yes, of course. But you every time say that in yourself, but you turn the face on the other side. And basically the thing, like you talk to yourself, but you're not.
You're not. Oh, God.
Boban, how's Jason Kidd? How's Jared Dudley?
Oh, Big Dudley.
They both good, we everybody have fun, we're rolling, we good, and we lost a couple games, but we're back again on track.
Oh, you guys are going to be fine. You guys are going to be fine. I like your team. You guys get healthy. Luka gets a little bit tighter, gets a little bit, gets leaner, gets in shape, like high levels. Well, no, I don't. He just said that he needed to improve his conditioning, which I will say this as a young player, that's one of the hardest things because he played in the Olympics. He played in the Olympics, like he did a bunch of stuff. So you're like, I have to rest. You have to rest. Sure. And so it's that weird like rest versus, rust, where it's like all of a sudden it's like, okay, maybe I took a little bit too much rest. And so, it can affect you like going into the next season, but he did need a break. So I understand that. That's why I was more saying that.
But on the summer, like playing so much minutes, and on the summer you play Olympic games, and it's tough for your body to get recovery because you both have a high impact on your body, and you need to take a little bit more day off than supposed to because your body needs recovery.
Yeah,
your body needs recovery.
I'm here, lawyer of Luka.
I'd actually be remiss, really quick. Actually, this is kind of by design. I saved the best for last. Shout out to Christy Tolliver, your assistant coach.
Yes.
Women obviously making their mark. I had a chance to call a couple Sparks games last year, and obviously she with the Sparks. How has that been having her on staff?
Yeah, she's amazing. One time we played one-on-one before, I think training camp, and she was like of course, like one-on-one. I didn't want post up. We just shoot.
Yeah.
And she do a couple more. I was like, okay, now I get focused basically. And she's really good. She is of course a good basketball player, but great coach. She do a great job. Of course, we everybody do here together, and we're rolling together. And this is part. We have great people around, and she's one of nicest and really cool to have her in our staff.
Well, my last question is how much goldfish do
you're such a good.
You guys want to say something, but I was like, I was thinking.
Boban, how much goldfish do you really eat nowadays?
How much I eat or how much I hold?
Goldfish. No, I know how much you hold. Probably.
I don't. How much?
Hey, trust me, this is the real thing. When I hold that goldfish, like I hold that for basically 1 hour. Like on the end, when I put all goldfish in my hand will start to shaking like this because I cannot hold my arm anymore. 1 hour I holding like this and filming. Easy for Boban, good for Boban. But it was cool. It was cool, and it's amazing because I do it. You guys know the best when you guys do something together. How I do it to Tobias, and even have better feeling because your body is there, and basically and every time he have your back, whatever mess around, we can talk and we together in these things. And I love to have Tobias in that commercial because we really it was
Well, stop doing that, Channing. I know. It's like, God, man. Virtually. Viruses can spread on computers too, Channing.
Well, don't breathe for the moment.
Don't breathe. But okay, Boban, my last question is, Giannis has talked about having smoothies, like dunking, or give me like one or two things that like when you
coffee comment the other day.
What do you say about coffee?
He said, when that coffee hits, man.
Oh, the boo-boo guts. Hey, you better be 5 minutes from a bathroom.
Sorry, Rich.
No. I was like, so give me like one or two things that when you came to the US and you just randomly, like something that was just like, this is different. Whether it's a food, a cuisine, like going into like certain, like, was there something that was just like, and I understand you come from a small town, but you've played in big cities, you've been in big cities. Village, excuse me. Thank you for correcting me, Channing. Like what was something that was like, do you have any of those moments like kind of Giannis talked about, like the first time he had a smoothie?
No, like first time, I know this is easy basically, you know, like I think I go with the Krispy Kreme. I remember I go with Krispy Kreme and I eat that donuts like a crazy, you know, like every time I bring a dozen box to the place before warm up.
They're so damn good. Hot Krispy Kreme.
It was so good, and you know that time because in Europe we don't watch too much calories what we eat. I did that basically. I never done it. And one time they tell me, I remember like, oh, you eat that donuts every time. Like you need to check your body fat and that type of stuff. You know, like whatever. But you know, like. I'm good because like, you know, I have that lucky to I don't gain weight because like, you know, like I can eat whatever I like so far, but I need to watch out in future, I guess. But you know, Krispy Kreme is my answer. If I want to go with that, I go with Krispy Kreme. Yeah.
We'll let you go in a few minutes, but I want to finish on a couple of things. Why White Chicks? Your favorite movie?
Classic.
I was like, please clarify that.
I was like, oh.
White Chicks is his favorite movie.
No, I know, but I didn't understand.
I
know. Okay, my fault.
You should have said White Chicks, the movie.
You know, I said I've watched that movie like so many times, and it's not like, you know, like one of the best movies I've ever seen in my life. Of course, they have many more who is like, you know, romantic, you know, sad drama, you know, like, you know, whatever, like action, whatever you take it. But it's fun because I watched so many times that movie, and I still laugh every single time. You know, like it's because it's my favorite. it's not because something different in other movies. It's like better, but you know, like because I was in John Wick 3, now it's John Wick 3.
Oh my God, I'd love to sit next to Boban on the plane while he's laughing at White Chicks.
Oh, dude!
Imagine how is my teammates like when they need to listen, like. When Luca sit next to me in the plane and said, "Man, you talk too much." I was like, "Okay."
Oh
no! That's what they tell me. That's what they tell me.
Yeah.
Boban, do you have any jokes to leave us with? I heard your joke teller.
But it's not for the camera.
Okay. No joke. He has no jokes for the camera.
Yeah. It's not for the camera. It's and I don't know bad jokes like, but it's not like.
You have good jokes. I just read a couple jokes you told.
What did you
say? What do you call a cow that rides a roller coaster?
Okay. Milkshake. Okay. You know, this is so fun about this story. It was like one of ball boys. I was warming up before the game, and it was like, you know, maybe like 4 minutes before the game, and he was like, he came to me, he said, "I have one joke for you." I was like, "Hey, tell me. How you call cow when riding a roller coaster?" And he was like, "I don't know, like it's milkshake." And I started to laugh. Everybody started to laugh around us because like four ball boys around me.
Yeah.
The basket, and we started to laugh, and it was fun story. I love it.
Yeah. Boban is already funnier than Channing. Bob, you're already funnier than Channing. You're a better
Boban,
actor.
What can't you do?
I cannot sing. I cannot play piano. I cannot.
Are you going to act again? How about this? Are you going to act again?
I wish. I hope so.
There we go.
I hope so.
There you go. I hope so too.
I want to see you in a horror movie.
No,
like not the bad guy, but somebody running away.
I understand you totally. I won't see myself in horror movie, but that movie I will not watch because I like horror. But sometimes I can watch. You guys like horror movies or no?
No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Love them. Love them.
No.
You don't like horror movies, Shannon?
No, I hate them. I would just want to see Boban running away from somebody who's a foot smaller than him. You know? And then Boban's like, oh yeah, I forgot I'm 7'12". Let me just whack you in the face.
Can you run back?
Boban, we don't want to.
This is comedy. This is not horror anymore.
Awesome.
We don't want to keep you any longer. We thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much for coming on, man.
Shout out to Camus. They supply all of the wine that we drink on this podcast. They're wonderful. We're going to gift you and your family some, Boban. Is there anything we've missed? Do you have any charities? Are you doing anything, foundations that we can push here for you?
Not fun. I'm not fun.
He's like, I'm not fun. That's not fun.
All right. Well, and on that note, thank you so much for taking the time. You're awesome.
Guys,
You're the man. You're the man.
Yeah.
No, you guys really amazing. I really enjoy, and this you make my day better because I know it's morning, but you know, like I love to be
Just
from
nice.
you guys.
Just a nice. No one has ever said that.
You might have to get your jersey.
There we go.
Seriously, you're the best. That's another edition of Road Trippin'.
See ya.